Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They run for the first time with Ty Chandler. A strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Ready.
First carry here for Kareem Wangu. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuck that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes us all the way down to the 37. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
And that's a run that will energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go. 79, Cowboy 80. Cup 19. Cup 19. 18 Rattler. Go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it'll be 2nd down. You look at this Raiders defense. It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
That was a nice play right there, but overall this season, it's been an absolute disaster. A total lack of communication on the back end. They need a leader who can put this team, this unit, on his shoulder pads and carry them to the right spots.
The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Let's go now.
Here's a play fake as they set up the throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. And it'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Well, now they'll try the end around. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a fourth down. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth.
Viking 18.
Looking to throw. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on fourth down. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Looking to put a drive together.
60 Vikings, 60.
They'll begin on the ground here with a Banacanda. Oh, he's going to the daylight. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Well, Doug, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fifth defensive back on the field. And they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Banacanda once again. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Another Raiders first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
7 Pirates, 18, Pioneer. 19 tight, 19 tight. Hurt, Buffalo 18. 19 Lion. Riggs, check smash. Hut.
Throwing is Milton. And that one too wide and incomplete. The Raiders at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Cup 19. Let's go now. Cowboy 80. 60 Nazareth, 60, 18, left, 60.
Here's Milton now to throw. That's caught. This is a Banacanda. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
To throw is Milton. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Results in a
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. The back deep for the Steelers is Calvin Austin. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Now they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
60 Bobcats. Here we go. 60 Eagles. 79 Broncos. Dragons 60. Warriors 70.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 41 yards.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47. Now back to throw. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. You look at this Raiders defense. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
Numbers don't tell you everything, but they do paint a pretty good picture. We're talking about 2 top 5 units going at each other. One in running the ball, one in stopping the run. I think this is going to be a whole lot of fun myself.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line.
We're scoreless after 1.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
On the ready.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On the toss, here's Nwangu. There he goes, left side. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Kene Nwangu, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Steelers post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now an audible here into something else.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Abanikanda on 1st and 10. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Check.
And they'll go again with the Abanikanda. And this is going to be a Raiders 1st down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
A gain of 6.
Cougar 19.
That's good for a Las Vegas first down.
On the handoff, Abana Campbell. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 8. Now the first carry here for the running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Cole now on to punt, and he sends this one away. And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line.
They're on the 16-yard line.
Ready up.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Let's go now. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Back to throw here. Going across the formation, he finds Freiermuth. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
60 by 6, 60 by...
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 52 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Chandler will score. Touchdown, Steelers. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took him home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
35-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get a second.
Down at the 35, it'll be second down.
Really held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Here we go, set. Ready.
Up the middle, Nwangu. And a short gain down to about the 33. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Got it. Ready?
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
Get it. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
They'll go right back to the Nwangu. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Boswell's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Raiders. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7.
17. Raiders 7.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here at half number 1. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this throw will be intercepted. And the Raiders are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Okay, break.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On the jump.
14 seconds, all that's left of this first half as they come up on 1st down.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They're going to get this outside. Oh, this could be a double pass. That's going to be incomplete. Well, it looked like he had him for a second, but the razzle-dazzle will not work out. It's 2nd down.
At the 24-yard line.
Come on.
To throw, it's Milton. He's going to take another shot here. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Rattler. Let's go. Viking, 79 gross, trap 50, trap, Mustang 19. Cut 19, cut 19. Go.
A final shot before break. Milton will try and do this himself. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
A 10-point game. 17-7 to score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
They're on 31-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the 3rd quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
Big Lion.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's got some space here. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Israel Abanikanda with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Raiders have cut it back within a score. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14.
Raiders 14.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now a handoff to Chandler. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Sometimes your Colossals get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. The backfield empties out. It's 3rd and 7. They'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive. And they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And that's going to be incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go over the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Here's 2nd and 10.
19 Tigers. Ready, go.
And from the gun, here's Abanikanda. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5.
Let's go now. 7 Tigers. 16 Eagles. 16, 13, 5 in.
Milton. Got his man. It's Thornton. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
It's a pickup of 6.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. The give now to Abanikanda. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 168 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gain, they can run that play on any down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Get it. Go street. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
They'll run it with Abanikanda. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
Here we go. Cougar 19. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Here's Milton. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Sets up 4th down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And this one is right through. And that will tie things at 17 all. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, you never want to get stopped so south.
There he goes left side. Inside the 10. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Kene Nwangu with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point now by Boswell. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Steelers 24, Raiders 17. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, they have that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you've got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Come on. 60 by 6, 60 by 6. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Cup 19, Cup 19. Ready.
Now Milton. He's going to try and go deep again. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 19 Tiger, 19 Pioneer. Trap 60, trap 60. Watch the whip. Ready.
Back to throw. Milton. He's got his target. That's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Looking deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A big play there. 64 yards. And the Raiders are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Now the try here for the point after. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd quarter.
That ties the game 24-24.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. Oh, good-looking return set up here. Yeah, they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 1 yard and now no yards. Have him looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9. They'll look to throw here. down to the 35-yard line. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Buffalo 76, 76. Cowboys 60 Bobcats, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that's incomplete.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Second and 10.
Come on. Come back to Hawk 70, Hawk, Panther 11, Panther 11. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready.
He'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. Boswell for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Steelers 31, Raiders 24. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he gets us up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Boy, 179 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
On the
ground, it's Campbell. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They'll go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one long enough for him.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce. 8 ounce is good.
All right, just check it.
Here's Campbell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Looking to throw. Milton. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up in the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
The offense on third down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Get him. Go.
Off play action. Milton. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
70 Rangers, step, Crackle 80. Warriors 70.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Raiders first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long.
And the Raider first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. And this is incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Okay, ready?
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
18, Panther 60, Panther 60. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Check. 19 tight, 19 tight. Panther 11, Panther 11. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Cup 19, Cup 19. Ready?
Again, he'll drop to throw. Man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
18 Cardinals, 79 Broncos.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking downfield, it's caught right side. He's got his man. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and then completion.
And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Israel Abanikanda. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. 156 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Another run now for the Warriors. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Handoff right side to Nwangu.
And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. You can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
Here we go, here we go. Let's go. Ready.
They're going to look to throw.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
You're not going to get many better opportunities than that to take the lead in the fourth quarter. He's got a man wide open. But, oh, my goodness, just too much air under the ball, and he knew it right away.
Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long.
70 Lions, 19 Lions. Buffalo 18.
He'll look to throw.
And he is caught. And he is going to have the Steelers first down. And that was something else. A big pickup on 4th and long to give them a new set of downs.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
First down, Steelers.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Now Chandler.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
And he picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
They'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen for the Longu. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The towels are waving. Steeler fans on their feet. It's third down. Handoff here to Nwangu. That'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to fourth down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
Another big play in a game that's had plenty of them. 4th and 2. They'll try and run for it. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. Here's first down. Here's Milton now to throw. You can forget overtime. This is going to be a safety in the final minute of the game. Oh, my. And I don't know that I've ever seen a tie game decided in the final seconds because of a safety.
It's just an absolute disaster, Brandon. You're thinking you're going to at least get yourself to overtime. But how about this defense? They said, we're going to take matters into our own hands, and this will be an unbelievable victory if it holds up.
Now Austin. And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
It's a gain of 25 yards on the play. And the Steelers first down.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be run, kneel, and then handshakes. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Well, this ball game was close throughout. Remember, it was neck and neck.